Okay, so it's come to my attention that a lot of people think I am from the city. That is not true. I don't know where this rumor got started. Not only am I not from the city, I'm from a very small town in the middle of Utah. I'm from central Utah. Anyone listening to this right now is hearing those two words go together for the first time ever, you know? All right, I'm from a town that's so small, there are no rules where I'm from. Straight up, that's not the sheriff, that's Jared, you know him, you know what I mean? He shows up and he's like, what are y'all doing? And you're like, we're hunting coyotes with dynamite. And he's like, sick, carry on, and he leaves. That's where I'm from. Dude, there are no rules where I'm from, straight up. When I was in elementary school, I brought a gun to show and tell. No one stopped me. You're not even imagining it correctly, all right? Because you're imagining me having it and then pulling out of a bag and being like, this is my gun. No. I woke up in the morning and I was like, I forgot I have show and tell today. I'm about to fail second grade. I was like, I gotta get something, and I went into my stepdad's drawer and I pulled out a revolver and I walked to the bus stop and waited. All right? Yeah. The bus driver pulled up, looked over, saw me, a child with a pistol, and he just opened the door and I got onto the bus. He was like, straight up, he was like, cool gun, and he took me to school. It was not a problem. I have like a core memory. You know those childhood memories? Like you can, like it was yesterday, you could almost smell the memory. Like I have one of those of being in class at show and tell, right? And I'm terrified. I used to be very afraid of public speaking, so I was not happy, right? And I'm kind of freaking out. And there's a kid and he's doing show and tell and he's at the front of the class just like, this is my Charizard, or whatever he was up to. I remember in that instant just being filled with confidence looking at him like, oh, I'm about to blow this kid out of the water. Right? I was like, my thing is so much cooler than his thing. Like, technically, my thing is a free Charizard card if I want it to be. You know what I'm talking about? Right? So we had this very sweet elementary school teacher in town, and she was so nice, and she knew I was afraid, so she came up to me as it was my turn, and she was like, Shayne, what do you have for the class today? What do you have for us, buddy? And I was like, this right here, this is what I have. And just immediately started flagging the entire class with a gun. Kids were going crazy, just like, oh, Shayne's got a gun! My friend's like, point it at me! I'm like, pointing it at him. It's the greatest day of my life! Kids are going nuts. They loved it. Teacher hated it. She did not like it. Right? So she took me to the principal's office, which seems fair. I have a memory of her pulling me out of class, and we're in the hallway with the door closed before we start walking to the principal's office, and I'm standing there, and I'm 8, and I have a gun, right? You know, elementary school. And so I'm standing there, and I remember specifically, she was like, Shayne, may I please have the firearm? And I was like, nope. Never in my life would I do that. What are you talking about? Technically, while I hold it, I'm an adult, actually. I was like, this is America. All my rights are in my hand. I'm watching this work in real time. Like, what are you, British? Get away from me. I don't want you here. You know? Thank you. It sounds like I'm being political, but I just grew up in a very bad place. And so, just kidding. I love where I'm from. But she took me to the principal's office, right? I had to walk with her to the principal's office holding a gun. I get to the principal's office, and I'm standing here, she's here, and the principal's there. We're all real close, and she's standing there, and she goes, I don't think it's appropriate that Shayne brought a gun onto school property. And the principal looked at her in front of me, and he went, listen, lady, it's a 22, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna, like, tickle everybody to death? Let's not be dramatic and get back to class. Even as an 8-year-old walking back to class with my teacher, I was like, that was pretty messed up, right? I think you should have confiscated the gun for the day, probably. You guys don't understand, I didn't have a bag for it. They let me keep it all day. I didn't have a bag, I just had it, you know? I took it to lunch, I was eating with it. It shouldn't have been allowed. It was lo mein day, I remember. It's a crazy experience. No rules, dude. And then you don't get more rules as you get older either. Like, if anything, there's less, probably. When I was in 9th grade, my friends pulled up to my trailer to get me. Oh, I grew up in a trailer park. You knew that already, but I thought I'd let you know. Yeah. You guys knew that from context clues. But I'm just saying out loud so that you know that I know that you know. So my friends pull up to my trailer and they're like, we're gonna go fist fight some kids from the city at the sand dunes. Are you in? And I was like, yes. Because I got nothing going on. So I jump in the car and they're like, we have an open seat, who should we bring to the fight? I was like, we should bring my brother Danny, he's awesome in a fight. So they're like, where's he hang out at? And I was like, lately he's been hanging out at the park under the bridge. Side note, if you hang out under a bridge, something has gone horribly wrong, okay? You're either a Dungeons and Dragons character or a really weird guy. Either way, you gotta meet a woman, all right? So, we pull up to the park, we see my brother, I roll the window down, and I was just like, hey, Danny, we're gonna go fist fight. He was already getting in the car. It was that fast. Zero backstory needed for my brother. And he was about it. So he gets in the car, and we drive to these fights. Now, my brother Danny, just so you guys know, he's like a year younger than me. Like, we're Irish twins, right? And so he is taller than me, but skinnier than me, but truly, pound for pound, one of the strongest people I've ever met in my life. My brother is freakishly strong. When we were tiny little kids, he had an apple, and I asked him for some of it, and he ripped it in half. Like Captain America. Even as a very small kid, I was like, why do you have the strength of a man? What was that? And then he goes, I looked into the eyes of a mountain lion at night and I stole its strength, I think. I don't know. Seems fair, seems reasonable, it's possible, I don't know. So my brother Danny, he's very skinny, but he doesn't like to know about it, right? Like all men, he would like to be jacked and juicy, okay? So that's the one thing you can't call Danny skinny. So we go to these fights. Now we go to the sand dunes to fist fight. No one has any idea what I'm talking about. There are these sand dunes out where I live, okay? They're in the middle of nowhere, and rich people from Colorado, California, Arizona, Nevada, they like to come to the sand dunes with their rich people toys and play their rich people games, drive around in their buggies and their motorcycles, and have their campers, and it's our job as hill people, okay, to ruin that. Yeah. We put a lot of time and effort into this, and it was incredibly rewarding. So, me and my brother saw some other high schoolers. They were gonna be at the sand dunes on MySpace. I'm very old. So we drive out to the campground, we find them at the sand dunes, okay? We all get out of our car, and we're getting ready to have a good old-fashioned 5-on-5. This is a wholesome American way to spend some time, all right? All right? So, we're getting ready to fight. Now, there will be a point during this story where you feel bad for these guys. No. Don't. Yeah. Listen, this is like early 2000s. This is like backwards golf visors, like puka shell necklaces, pop collar. They deserve whatever's gonna happen to them, okay? All right, maybe even to die, I don't know. That's a crazy thing to say, but pretty fun to say. All right. By the way, it sounds like I'm saying, oh, these guys were dressed bad, they're so awful, like me and my friends are cool. That's not what I'm doing. We also suck, okay? We're filthy, we don't have all our teeth. One of my friends isn't wearing a shirt. It's not even a choice he made, okay? He got bit by a zonkey earlier in the day. A zonkey is a half zebra, half donkey. They're very mean, all right? Stuff happens. happens when you party in the middle of Utah. You lose a shirt, don't have a backup. It happens. So, I'm getting ready to fight these guys. One of these guys looks at my brother, and he calls my brother skinny. Me and my friends are like, oh, sick, we get to watch Danny kill this guy now. Right? But he doesn't. He just walks away. He, like, left and went to the car. All of us are like, what was that about? Like, this guy hurt my brother's feelings? Danny comes back around from the car. He is holding a red Solo cup in his hand, all right? He walks up to the guy who yelled at him, throws it, it hits this guy. Liquid out of the cup splashes all over him. He's like, what is this? What is this? What is this, gas? What are you gonna do, hillbilly? Set me on fire? And he did. Yeah, that's right. My brother defeated a guy in a fight with fire. All right, like trailer trash Harry Potter, okay? Yeah. Yes. My brother is so trailer trash, his Patronus would be like a project car in a yard. Do you understand? It's not great. So stop, drop, and roll, that's real, turns out. Yeah, they were not joking when they taught us that. If you're on fire, get on the ground and move, baby. You are not doing well. If you don't, you might run into your friend group and start setting other people on fire. Hypothetically, you're way more flammable than you think you are. So, we won that fight, right? Mm-hmm. Turns out, if you set one of the guys you're fighting on fire, everyone else is like, we're cool, actually. We would not like to fight anymore. So my friends are trying to, like, smooth this whole thing over because they're afraid they're in, like, huge trouble, right? So they're just, like, with these guys, just like, we're so sorry some of you were ablaze, you know? We'll buy you a new shirt or whatever. I'm over here like, we're already down a shirt, now we need 2 shirts? This is not happening. I take my brother to the other side of the car while my friends are talking to these guys, and I'm yelling at my brother. I'm just like, that was insane, that was crazy. And he's like, I know, right? Not in a good way. What are you doing? I was so mad. And I had questions, because everyone, think about this. My brother didn't know we were fighting till we pulled up to get him. I was like, why do you have setting people on fire equipment with you? I was like, were you gonna set someone else on fire today? Was that a plan you had? He was like, no. But I've always wanted to. I was like, no! Tell 0 more people about this. We're driving home that afterwards. By the way, no consequences. Well, it's like the year 2000 in Utah. What's gonna happen? Nothing. We're driving home and my friend's yelling at my brother in the back seat, just like, you can't be like that. You can't act like that around me. And I'm in the passenger side just like, hey man, I don't know, probably don't yell at him like that. I don't know if you just saw what happened. Right? That's how you get set on fire. Yeah, he's my brother, but I don't know him like that, apparently. So thank you for laughing. Sometimes people don't laugh at that joke. And by sometimes, I mean one time. One time, I moved to New York City right after my first special came out to pursue my dreams of comedy. You know, I was like, I'm in the big time, I'm in New York. First night I'm in New York pursuing my dreams, I get booked at Gotham Comedy Club, Manhattan, New York. This is a huge deal for me, right? Yeah, it's a big time. Well, don't cheer, because it's gonna go bad, but... I get there, it's a huge deal. Like, I'm blown away. Small town Shayne is in New York doing comedy. I'm making it. I get to Gotham, I'm watching all the other comics do comedy, and they're doing New York comedy, which means they're doing comedy for clapping. They're like, I have an opinion, do you like it? And people go, I like that opinion very much, cool. You have the right thoughts, I enjoy. And I was watching this thinking, this sucks and is bad. I'm gonna blow these people's minds. I'm gonna tell them a story they would never have thought of in their entire lives. So I went right up to that New York audience and I said, I set a guy on fire. Oh, never mind, my brother did. Pretend I didn't say that. And so... It was super him and not me, trust me. And so I did the joke, no laughter. Straight up, zero. Like people just sat in stunned silence. Do you know what it's like to tell that story to zero laughter? It stops being a joke and just becomes a confession of a crime. All right? It's very awkward. I'm up there trying to make people laugh thinking like, when is the statute of limitations on fire? All right? So I told that story, no one laughed. I was like, that sucks. And then I did a different story and it went okay. And I was like, oh, awesome, okay, great. And I left. All right? Afterwards, I'm standing outside and a lady comes up to me and she goes, I loved your comedy, but I couldn't laugh. And I was like, not a strong start, but continue. Right? And she was like, I just couldn't laugh. After that first story, I couldn't think about anything else but if that guy in your story was okay. No. Did you even listen to the story? Right? He was on fire. I don't know if you know a lot about fire, but don't be on it for sure, right? I mean, that's common sense. We didn't kill him, but we ruined his week for sure. We did. I just remember telling her that. I was like, no, and then she's standing there in stunned silence looking at me like, that's what's happening in the middle of the country? Yes. Stay where you are. Never leave where you are. So anyway, thanks for laughing. And I didn't do it. Yeah, my whole family's insane. My mom is pretty crazy. She's the craziest one in the whole family. My brother's not even close. My mom is over here. She's wild. All right, how many people here have seen their mom fist fight? That's a predictable amount of hands. Okay, pretty much zero. Once I asked that in Ohio and a woman stood up and was like, I am her. I was like, yo, lady, I believe you. There was the man part of me that was like, fight her right now and see what happens. You know what I mean? I let it slide, though. Yeah, I've seen my mom fight a lot. She's the craziest person in my whole family, by far. I've watched my mom not only fight, but win. I've watched my mom knock out men, women, dogs. Everyone can get it. Everyone can get the smoke from my mom. It's crazy. Yeah, that's right. I didn't misspeak. My mom knocked a dog out once. You guys know how hard you have to punch to knock a dog unconscious? Their heads are made of cement. That's crazy to do. I can feel you guys being collectively worried about the dog. I can hear the Sarah McLachlan music playing in your heads. That is not what happened. Would it help you guys if I told you it was a bad dog? Not very much. Okay. So, a woman in the audience visibly shaking her head at me. My mom didn't just punch our innocent dog, all right? It wasn't like a chihuahua sleeping on a lazy boy. It was like, in the arms of an angel. And my mom comes out of nowhere and rocks that dog. While as funny as that would be, that's not what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened, and then everyone here who's all offended, oh, you can't punch a dog, you're gonna feel stupid. Because there's a lot of reasons to punch a dog, okay? So what happened was, me and my family owned this dog, and she got really old. She was straight up elderly. Like, her name was Molly, she was like 18 years old, she could vote, it was crazy, okay? So, Molly's so old, her favorite thing was to hang out in our yard and be blind. So she's out there, doing her thing, enjoying herself. That's when our neighbor's dog got out of their yard, ran to our yard, jumped over our fence into our yard to attack Molly. My mom saw this happen. Before that dog was over the fence, she had kicked the door to our trailer open, got low, intercepted, and knocked that dog out. Yeah. Thank you. That's right. My mom is kind of a hero. And you feel stupid now, don't you? Oh, there's no reason to punch a dog. Yeah, there's a ton of reasons. 3 off the top of my head right now. Dog is attacking your dog. Dog is attacking your child. Dog Hitler. That was 3 right off the top of my head. So easy. There are probably more. Let's break down what my mom did. On the surface, she's a hero, but if you think about it, you're like, that's kind of crazy, right? Because here's the deal. Firstly, me and my brother saw it happen, right? We were in the trailer when it happened, and my mom kicked that door open, was in the yard so fast, she reacted so quickly that all of us were like, she had to have already have wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Like, my mom had beef with that dog. She was every morning drinking coffee, looking out our window into the neighbor's yard at that dog, just like, I wish you would come over here. Come over here and find out, little dog. Like, my mom's crazy. The other thing I think about, this affects my dating life, which seems weird, but stay with me, okay? My mom saw her dog being attacked. And as a grown woman, she didn't ask her sons for help. She didn't throw something. She didn't grab a broom and hit the dog. She didn't tackle the dog, pull it, or even kick it. My mom saw her dog being attacked and was like, I choose to Mike Tyson this dog. And it worked? That's wild. My mom was like, I choose the overhand right. No one here would do that. Now, sometimes I'll be on a date with a woman and things are going well, and then all of a sudden I have this little voice in my head that's like, could she knock a dog out though? Why do I need that? You know how hard it is to find a devoutly religious woman who loves Lord of the Rings and could sleep a Doberman? You know how hard that is? It's crazy. Yeah, man. My mom is wild. You know, she's in her 60s now, so she's fighting less. She's not retired, but it's less. You know? You guys would never guess what she does with her time now. Not one person here could ever in a million years. This is what my mom does with her time now. My mom hunts ghosts professionally. No. She doesn't make money, okay? She does it pro bono for the love of the game. I'm not joking. She has a lot of gear. She has business cards. This isn't a hobby, it's a real thing. Strangers call my mother, and they're like, my living room's haunted, and my mom's putting on her boots at midnight, like, I'm on the way. It's really serious. It's crazy how serious it is. So one day, me and my brothers visit my mom at her house, and all of us are like, we want to know about what's going on, right? So we ask her, we're like, do you have one? She's like, what are you saying to me right now? And we're like, do you have it? Do you have a ghost? We don't know how it works. And she's like, you're the dumbest people I've ever met in my life. She's like, I don't hunt ghosts the way you guys hunt deer or whatever. I don't have a cage and a duck call in a haunted building trying to trick a ghost into there. Like, that's not what I'm doing. She's like, I'm an investigator. I collect evidence. Me and my brothers were like, do you have that? Right? Do you have the evidence? She's like, yes. I'll show it to you. And we're like, we're here. Let's do it. And she starts showing us her ghost evidence, okay? She starts with her EVPs. Now, EVP stands for electronic voice phenomena, and we all know what it is from popular culture and movies and TV and stuff. But, like, I'm gonna tell you what it is at its most basic point. Because everyone likes to, like, science jargon it or talk about ghosts and weirdness or whatever. But the reality is, ghosts are shy, so they whisper into microphones. That's the only possible explanation. Truly the worst way to communicate. It makes no sense. You whisper, and not even so I can hear it now, so I can just hear it later? The only way that makes sense is if they're deathly shy, you know? I love imagining my mom in a room with a tape recorder, and she's kind of scared, and she's trying to hunt ghosts, and she's like, is anyone here with me? And there's 9 ghosts in the corner, just like, nobody move! No one do anything, this chick is serious. And then one of them is like, I'm gonna do it actually. And all the other ghosts are like, don't you do it. And this ghost just saunters up to my mother and she's like, is anyone here with me? What's your name? And she holds a tape recorder out and he's like, Josiah. And then he's like, all the other ghosts are like, oh! Whoa, Josiah did it. That was crazy. Josiah's nuts. And he's like, I don't know what we're scared of. We're dead, you guys. I don't know how it gets worse. And then my mom goes home and listens to it. She's like, sick, ghosts are real. Yes. So my mom shows us all her EVPs. She's showing us all these recordings. And they suck and are lame, okay? Yeah, they're so bad. Obviously, me and my brothers don't believe it. So she's hearing ghosts. All we're hearing is like, you know, like, did you hear? The ghost said it was happy. And I'm like, I think I heard a guy using the bathroom. I think that's what I heard. A cat? I don't know what that was. Not a dead guy, I'll tell you that. So my mom is showing us her EVPs, and we're poo-pooing every one of them, you know? And she's like, you guys are so rude, you don't believe. And she goes, I'm gonna show you my best EVP, and then we'll see what you have to say. And me and my brothers were like, why didn't you start with the best one? What are you doing? You have the greatest story of all time, and you're telling it to us backwards? Ladies, get it together! So, my mom shows us her best EVP. In this EVP, okay, you can hear her and her ghost friends talking. Sorry, I don't mean to insinuate that my mother is friends with ghosts. I forgot to tell you that sometimes my mom hunts ghosts with a crew of women who are also in their 60s. And they look exactly like what you think they do, okay? All right. I'm glad we got that sorted. So, my mom is with her ghost friends, and you can hear them all talking to each other, and then into the microphone, you hear this crazy whisper really loud, and it says, I want cake. Right? Pretty scary. So, me and my brothers hear this, and we go, oh, that sucks. And then all of us stop for a second, and we're like, oh, no. Ghosts might be real. Because here's the deal. You can hear my mother next to her friends. My mom has no, computer ability whatsoever. She couldn't fake a recording if she wanted to. I don't know if you heard that story I told you earlier, but my mom knocks out dogs. She's what I would describe as a severe woman, okay? There's no possible way on this earth my mom would be in front of her friends and embarrassingly whisper the phrase, I want cake. If I did that in front of her, she would knock me out. So now me and my brothers are like, okay, that's weird, we're on to something. Then my brother goes, hey, do you have a video of a ghost? And my mom is like, yes. And all of us are like, why did you not start with the video? Storytelling skills, 0. Ladies! Okay. She shows us the video. In the video, her and her ghost friends are kind of milling about in the foreground, right? And in the background, there's this long hallway that goes behind them, and then there's like a sort of not very well lit doorway that I assume they had gone through earlier, okay? So they're all talking in this room, and you can see this doorway. It's not very well lit. And while they're talking, you see the figure of a person lean out and watch them for a little while, and then he suddenly leaves and never comes back. My mom shows us this, and we're like, whoa. And she's like, pretty scary, right? All of us are like, yeah, that was scary. And then one of my brothers goes, and you guys were sure you're alone in that building? And my mom goes, we're pretty sure. Hey, Ma, that was a dude, actually. That was a guy. That was just a guy. He wasn't dead or anything. He was regular. That was a regular dude. And my mom goes, oh, you think it was a guy? Well, then why didn't he come back? Why did he just leave and not say anything? Oh, I don't know. Probably because he was terrified. How about that? How about you're in this big building ghost hunting and he's probably the janitor or something, and he looked in and he sees a bunch of crazy white women just being like, "Spirits, reveal yourselves!" And he goes, "Nope, no way. I'm out." Yeah. I've seen this movie. That's witchcraft. I know what that is. I was like, that's the scariest guy of all time, and he's never coming back. My mom was so mad at me, you know. You don't believe anything, you're so tough. And then she's like, you wouldn't go to the most haunted building I've ever been to. And I was like, I would any time. And she goes, next week. And I was like, whoa, pretty soon. Right? Woo! So here's the deal. I'm not scared. I'm scared of being scared. Does that make sense to anybody out there? All right, I feel like it's a concept most men understand. I'm not scared, scared of being scared. So I just don't want to deal with it. So me and my brother show up to ghost hunt with my mom, right? We show up at night. The building we show up to is like this old building in the middle of Utah. It's like this 3-story building. It's like 110 years old, some Wild West old bank. It's huge and it's terrifying looking. Straight up looks haunted, you know? You ever see a building and you're like, honey, look, dead people in there. That's a haunted building, right? That's what it looked like. So I'm like, dang, not a good start for Shayne. So we get out of the car and we're walking up to the entrance and my mom comes out and she's like, there's rules while you're ghost hunting. And we're like, whoa, okay. She's like, the first rule while you're ghost hunting here, no one is allowed to disparage the ghosts. You gotta be respectful. Me and my brother were like, okay, yeah. Second rule while you're here, you have to stay with me at all times. Do not leave my side. Me and my brother were like, okay. She goes, the third rule while you're here hunting ghosts with us, no one is allowed under any circumstances to go into the tall man's room. Time out. What? Both of us are like, rewind to that thing you just said. The third rule, what was that again? And my mom goes, the tall man, don't go in his room. And we're like, stop saying it like it's normal. What are you saying? What is the tall man? And she goes, oh, it's like this 10-foot tall, pitch black, skinny apparition, and it like grabs you if you're by yourself and you can't scream. It's really unpleasant. What? Both of us are like, are you being serious right now? Because if you're being serious, we have to burn the building down, right? Like, what are you talking about, woman? I was so mad. I was like, do you even love me? Why'd you invite me here? You want me near this thing? I was so angry because, listen, I came here for a Scooby-Doo adventure. You know? I thought we would like hunt some ghosts. It would turn out to be the janitor. We'd all have a laugh. I'd go home. Now I'm going to this building to fight Resident Evil enemies. I don't want that. I was so mad. Also, why does he have a room? Who's renting it to him? What is going on here? So we start the ghost hunt, and I'm straight up terrified. Because again, my mother's a very severe woman. If she thinks this thing is in there, she is not joking, right? So we start the ghost hunt, and I'm terrified. But luckily, all of the fear drains out of my body almost immediately because ghost hunting is the dorkiest thing I've ever done in my life. And I spent a lot of time at the Renaissance Fair, okay? It's crazy how dorky it is. Just imagine like a fully grown woman with an Xbox Kinect duct taped to her forehead. And she's walking around bumping into things in the dark with her iPad, just like, very interesting, you know? And I love people who have a weird interest, you know? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Tell me about the weird trains you like, or like bridges or whatever. I love that. So my mom and her friends are so into it. Me and my brother are getting into it, you know, having a good time. We keep like throwing little pebbles and stuff. My mom's friends are like, oh, what was that? And we're like, a lot of activity tonight, you know? Like we're experts now. Yep. A lot of ghosts in this here building, you know? My brother farted audibly and it scared my mom at one point. It rocked. I was like, this is the greatest night of my life. It was a real gurgler, you know? I love how you could never have heard that before in your life, and we all instinctively know what it sounded like. Isn't that amazing? Human language is beautiful. So, we're doing the ghost hunt. It's fun. We're goofing off. We're having a great time. We're like trying to take photos of ghosts and stuff. I think it's great. First floor, second floor. We're having so much fun. We get to the third floor. Nope, not fun anymore. Vibes are different on the third floor. It sucks. Listen, the third floor doesn't have rooms. Like everything else was like a regular building. The third floor has no rooms. It's one big wide open space with just like pillars. And apparently, a theater from Salt Lake City rents this room, and it's where they store all of their costumes. Yes! So it is full, wall to wall, floor to ceiling, with racks of costumes. It's like a haunted Goodwill. It's the worst place you can imagine. All right? Now, we have to ghost hunt this room. It's so scary, okay? We begin to ghost hunt in this room. My mom is on one side of a giant rack of clothes, so I can't see her, but she's over there. Me and my brother are in this hallway. My brother has a big flashlight. We're walking down the hallway trying to find some ghosts, okay? As we're walking, the flashlight is in front of us, and we see way down this hallway of clothes something, I don't know what, it's pretty large, jump from one rack of clothes to the other rack of clothes. When I tell you I lost my mind, I reacted in a way even I couldn't have predicted. I lost my mind. I was like, I will kill everybody here. What was that? I started saying stuff that was totally out of character. I was like, reveal yourself or be destroyed. Like, who says that? My mom is on the other side of the clothes like, you can't kill him, he's already dead. I was like, I'll find a way. I lost it. I was so angry. I just didn't want to be pranked. I was so mad that I saw a ghost. And my brain broke. It was just like, you only know two emotions, video games and violence. Do the second one! I lost it, man. Listen, there was a fourth rule before the ghost hunt started I did not tell you about. The fourth rule was, usually I am concealed carrying a gun, and my mom was like, you have to leave your gun in the car during the ghost hunt. And she was correct to do that. Yeah. Listen, I'm a responsible guy, but even me, if I had seen a full-on ghost while I had a gun, I would have just been like, everyone on the ground! Someone get a light! We are gonna solve this mystery together right now! My mom's 65-year-old friend on the ground. I'm like, you think it's funny when I'm scared, Judy? Losing it, man. It would have been the craziest episode of Scooby-Doo of all time. 5 minutes into the episode and the janitor's been shot a lot. And he's just like, oh, I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for, what is that, a Glock? Ow! Making myself laugh. Imagine me pull out the gun and Scooby's like, ruh-roh. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you how we solve mysteries out west, little buddy. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. Thank you for clapping when I hypothetically killed a man. So, I was scared and I was done, right? I was like, oh, I'm out. I'm over it, right? I don't care. I don't care if that was a raccoon or a guy or like a falling piece of clothing or a ghost. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm scared. I'm man enough to say I'm scared and I'm done. And my mom was like, oh, you can't leave though. I was like, oh, why? And she says, because we have to do the spirit box. I'm like, what is that? So the spirit box is it's like this terrible little boom box. And you set it on the ground and it cycles through radio stations really fast. So you can't hear music or talking. All you hear is really loud white noise. It's really scary and it's loud, okay? And apparently ghosts talk out of it to you sometimes using radio frequencies because they have CB radios in hell. I don't know how it works. A lot of this science seems pretty iffy, so I don't know how real any of this stuff is, okay? So it's on the ground, and we sit around at crisscross applesauce, and now we are having the world's worst seance, okay? My mom's talking to it, nothing's happening. A little bit of time goes by, and I'm like, all right, so we're gonna call it, right? My mom's like, yeah, we're about done. That's when from behind me, I'm sitting down. From behind me, in a rack of clothes, so close, something whistled at us so loud, you could hear it over the spirit box. Like, when I tell you, my butt cheeks tightened as hard as they've ever tightened. My butt slammed shut so hard and so fast, it blew me off the ground. Over my mother. I straight up landed on the other side of her Looney Tunes style, just like, take her! I don't even want to be in this situation right now, right? I was over it. At this point, I was like, can we leave? We've been catcalled by a ghost. I'm out, right? I'm done. My mom, I'm not joking, she was in the clothes, like her whole head was in the clothes, and she's like, I've never heard anything that loud before. Woman, we have got to get out of here. Infuriating. We finally go downstairs to like the safe area, right? We're in this big lit room, everyone has their computers out. It's like the ghost green zone. They're like reviewing their evidence and stuff. Everything's going great, right? I immediately pull my phone out of my bag and started texting the girl I was dating at the time. And I was like, hey, just so you know, ghosts are real. Right? So we gotta start going to church or something. So which religion has the best ghost defense? And she was like, I'm pretty sure it's Catholicism. And I'm Catholic now. Ghost defense, one of the many benefits, okay? After that conversation, she starts talking to me and she goes, hey, I know you're with your family and you're gonna be out late tonight, but I'm staying up. After you're done with them, will you call me? We need to talk. Ugh. So now I have to do this. And listen, I'm not a talk later guy. I'm a destroy our lives right now guy. She's like, we can't talk, I'm at work. And then she's like, oh, weird, there was a bomb threat. I guess we can talk now. It was me, I called it. Wow, I'm good. You guys didn't even know. But for the purposes, I've never done that. But, and I wouldn't. But, okay. So I was like, let's talk right now. And she's like, you can? And I was like, oh yeah, I can talk. Because here's my plan. I'm not gonna have a big, long conversation with her. If she's gonna break up with me, I need 1 minute to do. I'm gonna be like, is this working out? Is something wrong? She's gonna be like, well, I don't know. I just don't think, and I'm gonna hang up on her. Right? Boom, I'm not your boyfriend anymore. I don't owe you anything. Bye. So that's my plan. I need 1 or 2 minutes to break up with this girl or get broken up with. So I'm gonna call her outside. Then I realize it's the middle of winter in Utah. I'll die out there. So I'm gonna call her in the room I'm in and just do it real quick, and then I realize it's too sad. I can't get broken up with in front of my mom's friends. There's no way I can get broken up with in front of a 65-year-old woman hunting spirits while she's wearing a big Paddington Bear hat. It's so sad. I was like, there's no way. So I go up on the top of the stairs. You know, I can see everyone down there in the light. I'm gonna call her, and then I'm like, I'm so loud, they're gonna hear me. I was like, dude, you need 1 minute. Call her, are you breaking up with me? Yes or no? Boom, you're done. I was like, okay, so just do this. So I just turned around and walked down the hallway, and I opened the first door I found, and I closed it. Oh, yeah. That's right. I am standing in the tall man's room. I have broken all the rules. When I tell you my life is different now, I'm not joking. When you go from being like a science can explain everything to a, well, guess stuff's going on that I don't know about guy, like everything changes. It really changes your whole perspective on life. Because immediately when something really paranormal happens, you're like, well, guess religion might be real, guess spirituality might be real, guess magic might be real. We should figure out what David Blaine is doing right now, you guys. Chris Angel should be in prison, I'll tell you that. Yo, I don't know what that guy did, but he did it, for sure he did. No one needs that much eyeliner. I'm watching you, Chris. So anyway, Yeah, anything's possible. Spirituality, religion, astrology. No, not that one, but others for sure. Other ones that are real and not embarrassing. So, I'm standing there, and that's when it happened. From above me, like into the top of my head, it was like a dog's growl. It had bass. It rattled my bones. It was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. Have you ever been so scared that you involuntarily jumped? Like something happened and you were like, ah! And then you have to be like, as a man, that's the most emasculating thing that can happen to you. Truly, like, the worst. Every time that happens to me, I'm like, great, that's what I would sound like before I died. Awesome. You know? Fellas, have you ever had, like, your wife scare you? Like, she jumps out of the bathroom and you're like, ah! And then you have to be like, oh, do you still love me? Do you respect me as a man? I gotta kill you now. No one can see me like this. I was so scared, I didn't even jump. I went past jump, boom, right into Frozen, like my mom said. I was so scared, it was like I was looking out of my eyes like they were windows. I was locked up. I just remember thinking, Shayne, do anything. Move any part of you. Get out of here. And I reached back with my left hand and I grabbed the door handle and I pulled it down and I pulled on the door and it did not open. When I tell you guys I went through the door. I did not kick the door down. I did not rip it off its hinges. Those are separate, different things. I punched and headbutted my way through. The room gave birth to me. Does that make sense to everybody? Is that imagery that everyone understands? It's the loudest thing I've ever done in my life. Every single person in the building came running and they're like, what's happening? And I was like, I've been broken up with. There's a demon. Like, I was... Very emotional time for me. So my mom has never let me live this down for a myriad of reasons. All right? The first of which being ghosts are real, turns out. That sucks. The second of which being my mom, she made me pay for that door. Yeah, it turns out a guy owns that building and he wants a door on that room specifically. I'm guessing on account of the demon. I don't know. Right? The third thing she made fun of me for, she goes, hey, just so you know, that door always opened. All you had to do was pull the handle up. Right? But I was so scared that I tried one thing and my brain was like, there's no time! Headbutt through the door! And I did. All this is to tell you guys, ghosts are real. So probably figure that out for yourselves. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys.
Hey, thank you so much for watching my special. I'm told you can tip me or something like that, and if you do, I promise I will use all of that money to buy my mother ghost hunting equipment. Thank you again for watching. Please tip me. She needs the equipment.
I'm here because the country of Australia thinks I'm gonna do Catholic terrorism and kill all their kangaroos. Someone been publishing my dream journal? How would they know? I was banned from the country of Australia. The country of Australia is objectively evil, okay? You know we have wild animals in Australia. I'll hit a bear, it'll go through my windshield, I'll finish it off with a gun. What's up now? Okay? So everyone in America is just like a bandit until they get caught. And I was like, yeah, you're getting it. That's it right there, yeah. What, are you gonna ride a kangaroo down to New York and get me? What are you talking about? Hello, FBI agent reading this. And the FBI agent's like, do they know I'm here? This guy might be some kind of religious or political extremist. He can't come into our country. And we were like, what can we do to make you feel comfortable? And then they go, apologize for going too fast. What? That's how fast cars go, big dog?